First in the morning, I just like to check out my planner or bullet journal to see whatever I have to do and do a bit of journaling and writing. I try to kickstart my mornings on a positive note after I watch the Perfect Morning Routine lecture on Skillshare, which is a website that features tons of classes on any possible subject, which you can bookmark and save into your account. Lots of those classes also have featured projects, which you can complete and discuss with the community online so you can get the most out of the subjects of your preference. There's actually a limited promotion where you can have unlimited access to Skillshare during 3 months for 99 cents. You can find all the information in the description box below. I also like to listen to soft background music while I'm doing my work, and one of my all-time favorite playlists on Spotify is the Productive Morning playlist, which features a mix of jazz and instrumental tracks. I usually divide my morning into 2 specific stages. In the first part, I like to tackle all of my heavy-duty studying, which means creating summaries, flashcards, or mind maps. I feel that dealing with heavier tasks first allows me to feel more accomplished and be able to create study materials so I can study them in the second part of my morning. Also, studying actively instead of passively allows me to boost my energy levels instead of slumping back to sleep. The study materials that I create during this time are what I call study guides or quick start guides. I just gather all of my theoretical information and try to come up with a structure that I may use in my future exam, so I can answer according to a certain number of main ideas and topics that are fundamental to get a good answer. This means that when I'm studying for exams, I'm mainly concerned in creating these guides, since they are what is going to get me through my exams. This also means that one of my main goals while studying is gathering the most information possible and in separate segments summarize it more and more until I only have the essentials and the most abridged information I can get. That makes reviewing for exams much easier, and it also enables me to carry these study materials around since they end up being just 6 or 7 pieces of paper. I normally end up storing these study guides in the side pockets of my binder, so I can quickly store them and access them, and also flip through different study guides on different subjects so I don't focus only on one of my courses. After I've finished writing my guides and materials, I will dedicate the second half of my morning to read thoroughly through notes on the next chapter. I will highlight my notes, write on the margins any questions I have, and overall make sure that I understand the concepts behind the text. I read this as intensively as I can, and not just skim through the text, because my main goal is to understand information as best as I can, and still remember it the morning after. So in the first half of the next morning, I can write the study materials regarding the information that I've read in the second half of yesterday's morning. This is actually a great exercise for me since I can test how much I remember from the day before and how many main topics and ideas I can portray into my study guides without having to read the information prior. If somehow I feel that I'm not quite comfortable with that material, I will just reread it thoroughly again and afterwards proceed to create my guides. Also, if you want to know how I type my notes, I have a step-by-step video which you can click on the down bar. Just before lunch, I will pick up my bullet journal again, cross out all the things I accomplished that morning, migrate the tasks for the next day if I didn't manage to complete them, or add more tasks, like reading complementary articles or creating extra study materials if I feel that I'm not entirely secure about my studying. Don't forget to check out Skillshare to boost your skills on whatever topic you would enjoy exploring, and click the link on the description box to access the website for 3 months. I believe that learning is a life experience, not only to reach your professional or academic goals, but to find more about yourself and the things you enjoy. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next week. Bye!